Okay, so I'm curious, if you live in a different part of the country, do you have coffee stands everywhere? Do you have Bikini Barista stands? And do you have these food trucks in the parking lot at the gas station? I just pulled in to get gas. I'm driving around Kirkland making videos for you guys, and I noticed that we had it's not Starbucks, it's just like a trailer that makes coffee with an espresso machine. And a lot of times these are not what you would expect if you pull in. It's called a Bikini Barista, which I think is pretty self-explanatory, but it's a girl who's scantily clad, and part of the fun of going to get coffee there is to see what she is wearing or not wearing. So that's a thing that we have here. So be careful when you come to town and you're trying to grab a hot chocolate or something for your kids, is which coffee stand you go to. And then also we have a lot of food trucks. Now back in the day, pre-COVID, lots of food trucks were out, and they would go especially like to downtown Seattle where Amazon was, and like 50,000 people, employees would come out of the buildings and hit the streets looking for lunch, and the local restaurants were serving them. But apparently they got licensed for all these food trucks to come too and absorb some of that demand. And then when COVID came, a lot of the food trucks went away or went out of business because everybody was working from home, and there wasn't like, you know, everybody drive downtown and there's the hungry horde of people. So now what I've noticed is that a lot of them are taking up residence at gas stations, maybe busy gas stations or near a construction site or something. Then the food truck will be set up and you can just go there. Another business that we have sets up in gas stations is these flower vendors. Fresh flowers. There are families of people that just own flower fields here in the Seattle area, like out in the boonies, and they bring the flowers, they set up like a big white canvas tent, and they sell big, huge, beautiful bouquets of flowers at every single farmer's market and at gas stations now. And so for $15 or $20, you get a great bouquet of fresh flowers to bring if you're going to someone's house for dinner or for Mother's Day or birthday, or just for yourself to pamper yourself a little bit. So there are these fresh flowers that you can get. And so it's just interesting. I think part of the drive here is because to do these businesses at gas stations is because we're just so short on land and rent is expensive. So it's hard for a small business to start out by like buying a plot of land or renting its own space. But if they can sublet from a pre-existing business that has a little bit more real estate and like they don't need that parking spot in the back, then the food truck can park there or whatever. So just curious if you guys are seeing that around or if this is a purely local phenomenon, but it is fairly common out here. So I sometimes don't know what you don't know, but you kind of don't realize that things that are here in Seattle might not be elsewhere. So I was just thinking about that as I was pulling in to get gas and wondering if that was something that was local to us or seen everywhere. Anyway, these videos are to help you get an idea for what it's like to live in the Seattle area. I'm trying to bring you real culture from the streets, whether we're driving around the neighborhoods or talking about statistics, looking at maps on the computer. I try to make it fun and interesting and educational so that when you move here, you really get a good idea of what it's going to be like. And as a real estate agent, I would love to help match you up, not just with a home that you like, but actually a whole neighborhood, a whole lifestyle that's going to make sense for you. So please feel free to reach out and give me a call, or you can contact me through my website, HomeProAssociates.com. All my stuff is, all my contact info is in the notes, and I would love to help you find a place. But until then, keep watching and I'll see you on the next video.